Huh. Didn't this already happen? Did I not save last episode? Hello, Professor Bright here. I'm a little bit confused, but we're losing our Godsmoke vial right now. Apparently, the capitalist hegemony cannot allow men to be gods, posits the taller one gloomily. The smaller one nudges him and tells him to shut up. Wait, really? They haul you to a dingy cell and spend hours quizzing you about your recent movements. We've sent some poor sods to Kennedy Yard for less than this, says the small customs man sternly. You're lucky to get off with only a fine. Cough up. We're blunt tools wielded by an uncaring state, says the taller one dourly. See how our justice serves only to uphold the coercive bourgeois proletariat contract? After a lot of paperwork and interrogation, you are allowed to continue on your way. Cool. So hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to a House of Many Doors. That was infuriating. But no, my, stocks of items are still where they belong, so... Weird. And, more importantly... Are we still fully armed and operational? We are. Perfect. Last episode, we went to university and did a few unsavory things. But, today... let's see. Today... I am not sure what I'm going to do because my hull is down and not doing great. Guess we could bring a memory to the Anthroparion first. Then we're going to go to ambush the governor's men because it seems like the right thing to do. It is to fix Laplace's demon. Well, more correctly, we are trying to build the demon at the... Oh, no. Yes. At the behest of His Majesty in exile. And he's sent Laplace to keep an eye on us. Of course, as far as I'm concerned, it's all a reference to Laplace's demon, so, you know. We'll probably call the thing Laplace's demon more than once in the near-ish future. You look big and bulky. If I had the hull, you'd be dead. But as is, I don't really have money or hull. That might have been a bad plan. But, I mean, it was necessary. We wanted to get all of our guns up and operational. And we have them all up and operational. Please stop doing that. That worries me so much. I will take this deactivated golem and go down. Then down again and to the left to get to the City of Engines. Pirates, You know... Oh. What? A church from another world, its spire is sagging, its steeple fallen in. Candle stubs and damp-rotted holy books scatter the floor inside. You wonder if it was stolen on a holy day, perhaps an entire congregation was devoured by the dark. Jahog Sul, your swabby, falls abruptly to its knees and starts to gabble in a language you don't recognize. Some lingering spirit of this place has possessed it. Then, without warning, it makes a grab for the sacrificial knife that lies on the nearby altar. Wrest the knife away before it's too late. Wonderful. The snapping of finger bones, Jahog Sul, is left howling on the floor, clutching its broken hand, but at least he got the knife away from it in time. Nothing else to be found here. So would that have just killed him? Also, hi, guys. Gonna kill ya. But yeah, would that have killed Jahog Sul? If so, that's kind of unpleasant. I gotta maybe avoid those things now. So yeah, this is gonna do some damage if they all hit. Good night. Oh. Come now. Well. Well, it would have been nice if I could have... Oh well, that's fine. Oh, but it made me waste the actions. Oh, you clever bastards. Fire? Wow, you managed to both miss. You are beyond irredeemably terrible. Okay, yeah. So, we're gonna launch everything we got at this thing. And actually, I probably should have started running. I mean, worst case scenario, we die and I reset because I will be damned if I let this be the end. Oh boy, you are putting me at a major disadvantage right now. Okay, those will hit first, so we get to see. Run away. Retreat. So, that all could have gone better. Apparently just having all these weapons is not enough to counteract the fact that we were severely damaged. And my stats clearly need some work. But anyway, gather some news. Yes, wonderful. Technic Squid teleports above Iron Tooth Cog. An Anthroparion activist has been destroyed by members of the Soul Movement, bastards. A famous inventor has been injured in an explosion, as they tend to be. Bring him a memory. The Bilge Wish emitter is a colossal pillar of antennae and metal dishes, each beaming out a different telepathic advertisement. Standing near it is disorienting and headache-inducing. You're under a constant barrage, hundreds of flickering mental images of various products from t-shirts to soap to ornithopters. A dozen curiously specific hungers for foods served at nearby restaurants. The catchy jingles mix inside your head into discordant noise soup. Jeremy is waiting beneath it, his steel body looking somehow more scratched and battered than the last time you saw him. What do you have for me, he asks. A box of intimate memories. Jeremy plugs the box into the side of his head and cranks the handle. For a few moments, his glass eyes display an error message. Oh my, the error message remains for rather a long time. Finally recovered, he hands you the now empty box and a bag of coins. Thank you. I've experienced all the memories I needed to, says Jeremy. In summation, says Jeremy, disappointing. Nothing I experienced was unfamiliar. Intimacy, the desire for personal validation and self-replication. Terror and excitement, the desire for self-preservation. Sadness, the unfulfilled desire. Joy, the fulfilled. True, human brains squirt a few chemicals that seem to heighten the experience, he concedes. But it strikes me that the soul movement is founded upon a category error. There is no distinction between think and feel. Concerns concluded. Built without soul. Jeremy turns to you stiffly, circuits whirring. Thank you for your help. I believe our affairs are concluded. So they are, sir. Still, not the worst time I've ever had. Wander the streets really quickly. Oh. The largest and most well-known hovercog is Smogfeather, a behemoth that smothers whole streets of the city below in shadow. You're examining wares in one of Smogfeather... in one of the Smogfeather tourist traps when a panicked shop assistant grabs your arm. We're descending, says the assistant. We need to evacuate. Outside, it's quickly apparent that the assistant's panic is unwarranted. Smogfeather is falling very slowly indeed, onto a specially constructed landing pad. People on the streets outside are chatting to each other merrily, and forming orderly queues at the flying machine docks. A half-worked woman joins the queue behind you. One eye is a purple lens, one hand a fist of iron. I doubt they'll get her in the air again, she mutters. Ask her to elaborate. She looks startled. She'd been mostly talking to herself. The half-worked woman shifts uncomfortably. Well, you didn't hear it from me, but more and more things have just stopped working recently. The weather engines go wrong more often than they go right. The hovercogs are falling. Getting half-worked now is riskier than ever. The laws that make our machinery work are getting weaker. That's what I think. Too many inconsistencies, too many arbitrary rules that we made up as we went along. Anyway, you didn't hear it from me. You climb into the waiting ornithopter. Its blades turn as normal, and it flies you down without incident. Oh, my, there's something. There is something there indeed. Huh. Well. Advertise for a crew member, mostly just because. Rent an emitter. Oh. Ooh. I mean, it's an option. But I need Rutherford. I'm sorry. I really want to bring you aboard, but... okay. On second thoughts, maybe not. Alright, we'll just keep our money for now. This actually gives me one more reason to go after. No, leave. The City of Masks, where is it? Well, right there. I guess we can go there first. I do eventually need to go after the governor's men, but I could spend some time building myself up before we do that, just because, well, things might happen otherwise. Trying to think who I could actually replace among these people, and none of them, actually. I just need this damn pilot who died. Oh, well. But yeah, everybody else has a job I'm working on. Although, hold on. Can I actually improve some of my... Could flirt with you. Not right now. No, guts might be useful. As I recall, that involves... Yeah, because it helps them regen quicker, which would be really useful. We'll share a smoke with Rutherford. Offers us a cigarette silently. In a distant voice, he talks about his time as a medical student at Pauper's College. Amusing little anecdotes about stolen skeletons and battles with rival dorms. Doesn't sound much like the Rutherford you know. Since you've caught him in such a strange mood, you ask if he can teach you something of medicine. His expression is unreadable behind the glasses, but he accepts you with a shrug and gives you a rambling lecture. I think we'll just do that. How are my... Well, you know, the easiest way to check. Not you. Where are the apprehensions again? 70 of them. Yeah, I can go with more guts. Or I could dream of trees again, which is tempting, but... Wait. Didn't this cost 60 before? Okay. Nope, this seems new. You dream yourself back in the orchard, but something is different. Before you, a gathering of 8 figures, each holding an iron-barbed spear. Some move with terrible purpose, others hang back reluctant. Persephone herself is backed up against the tree, raising her hands in useless supplication. One of the figures drives her spear deep into Persephone's chest, twisting and grinding until it finally jolts between her ribs. A soft thud as it passes through her entirely and settles into the bark. The fruits flash so brightly your eyes boil inside the sockets. But the pain is only fleeting. Blinking, you find yourself standing once more before Persephone where she hangs. The smile on her lips is bitter. You dream of things you should not, wanderer, she chastises. Our time was snatched away from us before. This time I shall be brief. Your first step in finding me is to discover which door hides the orchard. So what must I do? There are precious few left who know which door hides the orchard, she says. Your most likely bet is Zeraphile, who lurks in a broken tower in the City of Angels. But he will be reluctant to tell you anything after what happened the last time. She shifts uncomfortably. You hear metal grinding against bone. Could you, perhaps, reach up and adjust this spear? The point is lodged against my spine. Even the smallest movement is agony. Sure. Why wouldn't I? Attempt to shift the spear. I mean, it's only a dream, but still, one can be kind. Every time you reach for the spear, it seems to be just out of reach. In the maddening manner of dreams. Never mind, sighs Persephone. Just find Zeraphale. Somehow persuade him to tell you which door leads to the orchard. The golden-orange glow sweeps through like a tide, carrying you back home. Your awakening is almost gentle this time. Interesting. Please stop doing that. Huh. So 8 people pinned her to a tree. How many sanctioned? No, how many sanctioned deities are there? Because I'm starting to wonder if they might have been the ones that did it. And why did they pin her to a tree? For what purpose? And not just one of those silly things like, well, she was going to try to escape. It's like, no, there has to be an actual reason why... God damn it. Merry brigands. Plenty of bandits decorate their vehicles with grisly ornaments. But is that skull wearing sunglasses? Today is not your lucky day. The radio's crackled into joyous life. You're in our territory, pal. And we're all pretty upset about it, I think. Right, boys? A general murmur of agreement in the background. Yeah, we're all pretty upset. Oh, we were just getting to know each other. The radio goes dead. 160? Alright. I am fully repaired and operational. And I'm going to be taking out your light, boys. And next will be your gunner. That's unfortunate. Ah, that is especially unfortunate. Come on, hit them, disable the guns. Nope. That one missed. That one hit, but didn't hit anybody too important. And, ooh, kind of wanted to get one more shot out, but that's fine. Oh, no, you gotta get out of there, man. You gotta get out of there. Oof, that's not good. Huh. Okay, so they could run away too. Good to know. Didn't know that. Wait, what? I'm guessing that she told us that we were near the City of Masks, which is just stupid enough to be something that What's-Her-Face would say. The first thing you notice is the stars twinkling just below the ceiling. A good crop this year, it seems. The second thing you notice is the noise and smoke and bustle, or rather the lack of it. Considering its size, the City of Masks is relatively sedate. There's an air of sleepy dignity. Gather our news first, of course. Oh. Oh. Interesting possibilities. Drop off the passenger, obviously. But yes. Repair the hull, because bad things happened all of a sudden. And let's do some shopping first, before we get into all this other silliness. 25, I mean, that's pretty much the best price we've found so far. Not good, mind you, but still. Oh, sure, you guys will buy Fargyle whiskey. Well. Fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough. There wasn't anything that looked useful, though? No, not really. I suppose some extra fuel wouldn't be a bad investment, but leave that be for now. Gather our news first. You'll need to spend a few hours chatting with friendly strangers at a coffee house. A mask wearer has died and the mask has been given a new face. One of Madame Sadie's rivals has been found dead. Accusations of excess noise and poor behavior leveled at the Temple to Graviton. Well, that one I'm not surprised by. An urchin delivers a letter from Lady Nictamine. I understand you have made the acquaintance of my counterpart on Withering Street. Care to pop in for a natter and intrigue? Nictamine. I'm intrigued. Oh. Brian Bright, she cries, ushering you into her mansion. Her saucer-eyed owl mask sheds its snowy white feathers as she walks. A jug of red wine and a platter of odoriferous cheeses awaits you. Please help yourself, she insists, smoothing her skirts and pouring herself a very generous glass. My friend at Withering Street probably wants to keep you all to himself, she says brightly, tilting her glass to you. But don't worry, I'm just a curious old gossip with too much money. There's no harm in telling me the odd bit. Intriguing. I can build up like an actual reputation here as well. Interesting. And it seems there are 3 factions, judging from the fact that there is a shrouded council, governor, and the consortium. I say... knowledge of dread machinations. Ooh. Well, we'll sell our unsettling conjecture. She discusses the implications with you in thorough detail, nodding along to your suppositions and presenting theories of her own. As always, your company has borne delightful fruit, says Lady Nictamine. I believe I have more. Huh, suppose I didn't. Thought I might have more unsettling conjectures. I tend to accumulate these things. And I confess to being curious. Visit the Penitentiary Museum? Masks who commit crimes are confined to the Penitentiary Museum for decades or centuries. They hang on the walls, mute exhibits for gawking tourists. Trumpet-voiced tourists, children eating ice cream, dozens of masks hanging from the walls, each a famous villain in their own right. One of the imprisoned masks is sculpted into the shape of a boy's screaming face. Lord Squalid reads the plaque. A shrouded counselor. 4 human corpses were discovered in a secret room beneath his mansion, confined to the museum for 70 years, due for release in 1881. What year is it now? I'm curious. There's more information, all of it grisly. Interesting. 1881. A further 58 years. I don't think we'll be playing that long, sorry. Wander the streets. The stars shine bright as daggers. What do the crooked alleys hide? You seek out curious nooks and crannies, avoiding popular attractions in favor of places that fall in between the seat cushions of history. A small death church on Grisolia Avenue, shuttered and dilapidated, attracts your attention. Really? There are very few churches to Old Lady Death, the 9th sanctioned god. To worship her is considered unnecessary, or perhaps even uncouth. She simply is and always will be. Might as well worship the house itself. The lack of attention has not served this church well. It is a broken shell, its windows broken and boarded, one wall slumped, its little weather vane rusted to a skeleton. Inside there are pews, just an altar, which is just a block of unadorned wood. A candle sits on one corner, half-gutted, still dripping. Had I a gallows candle? But no, call out. Candle smoke drifts. Someone was here. You shout, shattering the silence, "Is anybody here?" And then you see her, standing calmly by the altar, as though she's been there since you walked through the door. She's a masked woman, thin and cylindrical as a railing, her hands cupping a candle flame like furled wings. You recognize her, Lady Stymphalion, rumored to hold a high seat on the shrouded council. Her mask is the face of a vicious bird, with iron beak and hollow eyes. I don't meet many fellow worshippers to the old lady, she says, seating herself in a pew. Did this church always have pews? Her booming voice seems to make the dusty air of the church dance. Sit with me a while. I have assorted candies to share, and half a peach. Naturally. Sit by her side. Who can say no to half a peach? Her beak dips towards you. A fruit is pressed into one palm, and a box of dark chocolates into the other. Eat. Not many can find this church without an invitation, and we are all very curious. All? You glance up. Rows of pews, all occupied by silent worshippers in faded clothes, heads bowed. Did this church always have worshippers? Eat, says the masked woman again softly, and address the congregation. I would address the congregation. I'm not particularly hungry. Oh my god, this seems like insane options. I'm sorry. You stand before the grey-robed masses, a vast altar towering behind you, spreading its skeletal wings, 100 candles glimmering through its ossified ribs. You open your mouth. What will you talk about? A test of insight. Success is highly unlikely. So, probably not a good idea. And no, naming other gods probably a bad idea. This seems like a terrible set of options. I guess it seems like a good time to crack a joke. You clear your throat. Time to break the ice. Something relevant to the audience, of course, is always a good. I hear the death rate around here is very high, 1 per person. The silence that follows the kind of silence usually only heard in forbidden tombs at midnight. 1 per person. Lady Stymphalion stands, her long dress sweeping behind her. Bright, these people have come a long way. No jokes. Well then. I suppose the test of insight? It seems like the best option I have. I just like the reaction there. Yep, sounds about right. Anyway. Test of insight. Talk about death, an obvious topic. You begin in a halting voice of the people you've known and lost. Lives that were lived well or badly and ended. Hopes that were buried along with the bodies. Pains that were blessedly relieved. Death is not good or evil, death is a conclusion, the end of a sentence. Death is what makes life matter, so in speaking of death, you speak about life. As you warm to your theme, the grey hoods lift, and you see faces you recognize amongst the crowd, the faces of people you once knew, as faded as their robes. Bishop, there's your mother and your father, and others, the faces of countless brief acquaintances you know to be dead. Your heart seems to stop in your chest, but you carry on speaking, eulogizing the people who you know are gone, but who now sit and watch and listen and smile sadly. And when you are done, your vision swimming, the grey-robed ghosts are gone, the pews are gone, it's just you and Lady Stymphalion, standing before an altar of unadorned wood. Both candles have burned to stubs. Well spoken, says the lady, but do you think they heard you? Yes, I do believe so. Lady Stymphalion weighs your answer. Interesting. Those people you saw, Brian Bright, they are trapped in this house, just as you are. Nothing can leave, not even they. If the time ever comes that you can help them, no matter how remote that possibility may be, I urge you to do so. She leaves you alone with your thoughts. Interesting. I'll take aboard this passenger. A hunched figure waves you down at the station. Idawa Kartar, Penitence Bluff. Can do. That's interesting, so not even the souls of the dead can escape the house. Worrisome. Worrisome to say the least. Let's look into helping Rutherford infiltrate the Surgeons Association. There's, other business besides the souls of the dead to deal with. As far as they know, I'm still a back-alley surgeon helping gangsters staunch bullet wounds, says Rutherford. Not even sure they're aware I ripped up my license. You're sitting at a rickety table in Rutherford's old surgery. It is indeed in the back alley, and a rat burst squeaking through the door as soon as he heaved it open. He made you tea that smells more like vinegar. The association will have receipts, records for whomever they're selling these hearts to. We can find them, but first we need to be able to walk around unchallenged. I mean... Start with this. Spend a few nights staking out the association. Perhaps you can learn something useful. You spend several nights with binoculars and notebooks scribbling the details of everyone who passes through the association's iron-wrought gates. You notice that every weekend at 7:10 exactly, a pair arrive without having to show identification. They mutter a password to the guard and are let through without comment. You read their lips. Absence. That seems like a bad idea. They sound important, perhaps not the best of ideas to try to replace them. A test of graft. Disguise yourself as a mechanic. Perfect. You arrive at the gate with a toolbox and a pair of overalls. Rutherford stands beside you in a hard hat, holding a hammer like a man who knows how to crack a rib cage. A big building like this, there's bound to be stuff falling off or going wrong. You put on an air of authority and speak with great expertise about boilers, plumbing, clogged-up chimneys. With a wave of the guard's hand, you're through. Stern portraits of doctorly types stare down at you in the corridors. Where do you think we could find these receipts? Hisses Rutherford. Did you not actually... Rutherford, love you dearly, but did you not do any planning? Luckily, you did some research beforehand. 20 years ago, the association hired a construction company to perform miscellaneous renovations on the building. A neighbor took the association to court for loud drilling that was shaking his foundations. This is all, of course, in the public record. You head down to the basement with Rutherford and discover a trapdoor concealed beneath a dusty chest of drawers. It's locked, of course, but it's nothing that 20 minutes with a crowbar can't fix. In the secret compartment underneath, you discover the receipts, stacks and stacks of payments, received directly from the factory in the city of Keys. A terrible secret and incriminating evidence, the governor. Let's get out of here, says Rutherford. We have what we need. You go to the City of Masks newspaper with a scoop so good that a bidding war ensues. The next day's headline do about as much damage to the Surgeon Association as a well-placed artillery bombardment. Our doctors stealing your heart, they exclaim. Although all mentions of the governor and the factory seem to have been mysteriously expunged, the buyers are apparently anonymous. A mob marches on the association almost as soon as the papers go to press. Pundits are calling it the scandal of the century. The Surgeons Association looks unlikely to survive the week. Rutherford himself is a minor celebrity, a fact that seems to surprise and disturb him. Let's leave the city, he says to you grumpily, hiding in his surgery from journalists. I've done my bit now, time to go. Got me some reputation and some money. Interesting. Shouting journalists follow you almost all the way out of the station. Very interesting, and I wonder, can I use that reputation somehow? I could sell a terrible secret, and I am sorely tempted. Remind me, will this get me reputation? It won't, but this will. Sell a terrible secret that I just happened to discover. She listens very carefully, then sighs and pours herself another large helping of wine. As always, your company has borne delightful fruit, says Lady Nictamine. Oh, we simply must do this again. Indeed, indeed. I wonder... Oh, no. We're not going to be recruiting anybody. Well, I have the excess money. Why not? Did you have to both be... Look, I just need a pilot, okay? Just somebody. I'll take the junior engineer, I guess, but still. Still! Ah, well. I'd say we did some pretty good work there, some interesting work as well. Found out that souls are stuck in this house of ours, and that, well, the Surgeons Association, they might not be long for the world. Which possibly is for the best, possibly isn't, though, because, well, no more hearts to make heart lights. Could cause some problems. Still, that's all a matter for the future. For now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.